this is Tarin. I'm doing the week 5 assignment, and I'm videotaping myself, having a conversation with my lovely mom. She doesn't want to be on the video, so she's sitting across from me. So we're going to talk about some school stuff, I think, because I'm going to school full-time for the first time in a long time. So, yeah, there's lots to talk about there.
Okay, so tell me about your BIM class.
I don't know what to really talk about.
What is BIM?
What is BIM? Building Information Modeling.
Is it like drawing?
It is like drawing like CAD, except for you put walls and stuff in, and you don't have to draw the actual thickness of the wall and everything. You just say, I want to draw a wall. Boom, there's a wall. And it will layer everything for you, and you can say, I want a compound wall, and it gives you all the different layers, where in AutoCAD, you have to draw all of the different layers line by line by line.
So is it like CAD for dummies?
No, it's completely different because it's a model. It has information within that model, where CAD is a picture. I mean, yeah, there's 3D and stuff in the CAD, but it's not an information model. Where in BIM, which you use Revit, so AutoCAD is AutoCAD, BIM is Revit, which is the software, but they're both made by Autodesk, so they're very similar, but they do different things. So I could say I want a door, and I could go search their website, the Autodesk website, I don't know what it's called, and I could find whatever kind of door I want in the whole world and say, yeah, I want that door, and then go click and put it in.
So is your computer working?
I haven't done any homework at home. I've been doing it all in my classes at school.
That you have enough time to do it at school?
Yeah, because my class, both my teachers pretty much do an hour lecture and then have 2 hours of lab time. So if we have a quiz, then we take time to do the quiz, but most of the time they'll do a lecture, which they record and put on Canvas, and then they have lab time where you just do your work.
So who's the BIM teacher?
Rob Danner.
And is he a full-time teacher, or is
he just started full-time? So he was part-time for, I think this is his first year being a full-time teacher. He was just doing like one class, I think, and now they hired him on full-time teaching BIM.
What's his regular job before he was a teacher?
Drafting, architecture. He's a designer. He not builds houses, but he designs houses. That's like Murphy, who's the AutoCAD teacher. He does the same thing. He has an architecture firm like on the side, but he's been teaching for 35 years. So that's like his thing, and he does architecture on the side, where Danner's been doing architecture and is now starting to teach.
And
But Danner's really, really smart. He wrote his own textbook, which is the textbook that I bought for the class. He wrote that. He did everything and had it published, and the school sells his book, and you buy it online, obviously, because we bought ours online, but he wrote the whole textbook. Pretty cool.
So do you do all of the BIM and CAD stuff at school, or do you still have homework like you have?
I haven't done any homework at home.
I mean,
I have a USB flash drive that I save all my work onto. Like last year, I would have to save my work, bring it home, and work on it, and then turn it in back at school. But I save it on my flash drive, but I don't ever...
Is it mostly hands-on, so it's not like you're, like, normally at classes you have to, like, memorize stuff and take a test. So you have to, like, bring a textbook home and read it, but it's nothing like that.
The class that I took last year, the CAD class 120, was more like lumber sizes and how far your railings have to be off the ground, and it was a lot of specific code stuff. Which I can't even remember half the stuff now if you ask me, but I'm thinking right now and I can't think of anything. Like, you have to have certain square footage in a bedroom for it to be considered a bedroom. Like, 450 square feet is like the minimum.
So these classes are more literally
but that was the
They're
only
not like
class.
Textbook memorizing, they're actually hands-on.
Yeah, just the 120 class, we had a lot of stuff we had to memorize and take tests, but mostly they're like, here, draw this. Okay. I mean, you just kind of... Murphy, who does the AutoCAD, he described it as, we're giving you the skills to become like a copycat, where they're going to say, here, this is what I want you to draw, and you copy it over and you draw it, versus now in the industry, they want designers. They want someone to say, here, remodel this, and have you come up with your own design instead of copy this. So a lot of the stuff that we do is like, here, copy this, but it's getting more into the last class I took with Murphy was, here, remodel this section, and it was pretty hard because you have to know how to correctly remodel it, so you have to memorize a lot of things, how your beams go and how your joists go versus just copying what the textbook says.
So what are the two classes you have this time? What are they actually called?
BIM 201 and CAD 101, which the CAD 101, remember I was supposed to take first, and I took 2 other CAD classes, so now I'm like backtracking to take it. So.
But this is the first BIM one, because it's
Yes.
a series of like.
So there's 201, 202, and 203, and they all build on the same thing. So the model that I'm building in this class is going to go into the 202 class and into the 203 class, and we're going to continue building on it and
they'll
adding
go
more stuff
quarter after
to it.
quarter after quarter. So you'll go fall, winter, and spring, and then summer they don't do BIM classes.
No, then it starts into like SolidWorks and 3D civil modeling, where SolidWorks is a different program and it's 3D based stuff. There's 3D Civil 3D, which is 3D modeling. I mean, these are all classes that you have to take. Now, I don't have to go the civil route, but there are civil classes that you can take that are get you into the 3D modeling aspect of it.
Because there's architectural, mechanical, and civil.
Yeah.
Actually, I think there's 4, and don't you have to get
Survey. There's surveying. I'm pretty sure it's architectural, mechanical, civil, and
there's another drafty, and it was
I
like
was in Martin movies.
there's some surveying classes, which are like go map out what the land looks like. But
yeah, and that was the one you weren't going to get. Because you have to, there's 4.
no, civil's the one I don't want to
Yeah,
do.
there's 4 certificates, and you have to get 3 of them.
They're not. They're all one certificate.
Well, each, like the architectural, you do the classes and you get the architectural certificate. And then there's the civil, and you get the.
You have to take 3 of the 4 to get one certificate.
No, at the end you get one, but there are also little certificates built into.
Yeah, I mean they're not called certificates. That's why you're confusing me
No, I think
because
they're
I'm not.
certificates, and you're talking a degree. The end after
No,
you
it's
get
a
all the
it's
stuff.
a certificate.
Well, you get an associate.
I'll get a degree because I'm also taking like the psychology class, and I'll take math and English. That's for the degree. But if I don't take any of that, all of the CAD stuff is for a certificate. So they're not certificates within a certificate. It's one big certificate that has like 4 different branches. If that makes sense.
Okay, we're 5 minutes up.
Sure. That concludes our conversation.